Yeah, I think finance directors, CFOs have always been actively involved in risk in businesses. I don't think that's mattered over the last 10, 20, 30 years. You know, throughout the whole stage of my career, I've always been involved in determining opportunity for new business, and therefore what are the risks and rewards, reviewing capital projects, which by its very nature is a risk assessment of the opportunities there, looking at the financial controls of a business and also what's the external environment. And of course, the further you go in your career, you get to be involved in treasury, you become a finance director, you're involved in the financing risk of the business. And when you're part of a board, whatever level, you're involved in operational risk. I think that's always been there. I do think, though, there are 2 or 3 changes today. One is, I think, after the Lehman's financial crash, it's not just good enough talking about how you do risk management, how you identify risks, what your mitigating controls are going to be, how you're trying to improve your risk profile over time. You've really got to document and evidence that. So as one of 2 executive directors running Hays, a large global recruitment business, I'm actively involved in our risk mitigation process across the world. So firstly, I'm involved in all new business development decisions. So I have to take a risk decision. Have we got the appropriate risk and reward in every major contract? And I'm always looking to do the business. I want to grow the business. I want to take risk. So that's an integral part. Secondly, for example, this year I'm going to spend between 10 to 20% of my own personal time trying to really embed risk management in much greater detail into our major countries across the world. So I'm in Germany later this week doing a session with our German management team. In 3 weeks' time, I'm in China with both our Asia management team and our Chinese management team going through their own assessment of risk and really challenging them on have they assessed the risks, what are the mitigating controls in place, and can we improve some of those kind of mitigating controls over time. So I think one of the exec directors has to give leadership, and it has tended to be the CFO who's got actively involved in building that into the business. And then finally, I think the whole area of cyber has instantaneously changed risk profiles. 20 years ago, it was about security, physical security of your buildings. And if you had physical security of your buildings, that often gave physical security over your systems. Now, in the world we're in today with more open systems, cloud-based, etc., and the fact there's so many criminals out there trying to break into your systems, for whether it's actually trying to extract value or just for mischievousness. We're as a business under constant attack by people trying to get into our systems. And therefore, I think CFOs, CEOs, all main operators have got much more involved in what's the level of security you have to have around your systems. And you have to have a good understanding of technology, because if you're not careful, you spend loads of money and get no value. So it really is what's the biggest bang for buck. But protecting your reputation, therefore securing data, certainly in a recruitment business, is paramount in those decisions.